So hey everyone, Rohan Dhawan here, and again I have a fantastic dude over here with me, and I just really want to spend some time, talking about his journey so far since the time he has joined UAbility, what he has experienced, what his experience has been like, how the community has treated him, and everything. And I'm sure he was telling me that he also applied one of our sales script in his day-to-day life and work as well. So if we just get started, so man, just tell me a little bit about your background and why did you decide to join UAbility in the first place?
Hi, Rohan. Thanks for having me over. First of all, to start with. Well, UAbility, again, just like everyone else, it had appeared as a Facebook ad and then followed it on Instagram. So I was a little curious to know because you guys were claiming and offering that you were the first course in India that would actually give something that not many have given before. I mean, I've definitely tried with many other gurus and stuff like that, and you guys were doing something out of the box. So I was kind of interested. And then I believe you and me had got on a call about a year ago,
Mm-hmm.
and you explained me the whole journey as to how it is, and I started on. What I really loved about the course is, I mean, though I haven't finished the whole thing, but whatever I did so far, what I really loved about is how in detail and in depth you keep explaining everything, especially when it comes to, knowing your niche. What are you good at? How do you select your niche? How do you subdivide your niche? How do you actually go and do it? What is the market research taken and how does organic marketing work? How do you take cold calls? How many calls are you supposed to do in a day? How do you keep your target and keep consistently working on it? I think that's very motivating. I
Awesome,
think
man.
anyone doing this course is, I mean, that's exactly what you tell even in the first video, in the hypothesis that you need to take responsibility yourself. In
Hmm.
the sense, you need to have a self discipline that you want to get there and take the responsibility of every step you take. So
Mm-hmm.
I really like the fact that you keep giving that reminder time and again, not just in the course, but even in the posts that come into the Facebook group, the private VIP group. I mean, that's amazing. I mean, the kind of consistency you guys have, I wish all of us did in the same way. So, we can see a lot of growth. Coming down to sales, my background, I'll just give a small description of my background. From 2015, I've only been into startups.
Hmm.
So, I mean, my journey was more failure than success because, being an entrepreneur, it's not easy. I think that's the most loneliest place in the world.
Yeah, I
Being an
agree.
entrepreneur because, yeah, like, again, how your hypothesis says, you need to fight it up yourself and you need to have the responsibility, you need to have that self discipline. And, it's about sometimes the motivation also dies. But if you have the self discipline, over time, you don't really need that motivation
Right.
because you got to get up and do what you got to do. When you do what you got to do, I don't think there's any more motivation required. You sleep with a intention, you get up with a better intention.
Hmm.
So, I mean, that's one thing I've really seen from you guys. Your ability as a team, not just you. I mean, everyone with you. Uh, the calls you take, the Q&As you take, and all of that is just amazing, man. I mean, there's a lot for us to learn in that journey as well. So coming to startups again, yeah, till I've ran about 3 startups, and in 2019 I was successfully able to sell one. They had a good
Awesome,
exit.
man.
Since then, in 2020, since I came up through a course, I mean, consulting became a really, really, really good option.
Hmm.
I mean, the way you guys have expressed consulting as how it can actually be done, coaching or consulting,
Hmm.
uh, and especially the first sheet that you've given in the months of the first month till the 12th month, your targets, that's just amazing. I mean, if you can, I haven't done it, but I think everyone should just put a printout and keep it out there. And the moment you wake up in the morning, that's what you're going to see, saying that's your target. And also, I see your students, many students. Recently, I was seeing an interview of the social media guy who was struggling to make a lakh or two, and then he overnight just closed around 14 lakhs or $20,000 deal. I'm
Yeah.
sorry, I forget his name. Yeah, so all that is very, I mean, it's really encouraging. I mean, at the back of the mind, whether we're doing it or not, it's always running that yes, there is something that we can actually look forward to. There is something that's more validating that's looking forward to. So yeah, I mean, I took up this and whatever the topics that I'm really interested in, especially the sales pitch and how do you deal with the cold calling. You'll obviously have so many n number of cold calling that you say, but you don't give up. You got to keep trying. These are the n number of calls. These are the n number of calls. So I'm trying that, and I'm successful in getting about 2 startups right now, and
Mm-hmm.
I'm able to get a small retainer from them. Nothing too much, nothing too fancy. So yeah, I'm consulting them, I'm developing their business, and I'm bringing them to a particular point, getting them investments from venture capitalists, etc., and then trying to take an exit with a percentage. That's what I feel. That is my core. I feel I'm good at that because I've been doing that for some time.
Hmm.
Now, in this journey, you guys have just come up with this amazing 3.0. I mean, you guys just don't stop working. I don't know how you guys do that, but you guys just keep going, keep improving and making lives like ours better. So, I was really interested after I saw the whole curriculum of the course. I think, if I'm not wrong, you guys would have taken all the pros and cons from what was there in 2.0 and made a better version called 3.0. So I think I'm really looking forward for that. I really seriously want to sit down and actually do this 5 weeks. It previously was 6 weeks. I'm not wrong. If I'm not wrong, I think you guys are doing the 5 week course right now with the 3.0.
Yeah, it was 5 weeks before, and now we have added 6 weeks.
I'm sorry, it's the other way around. Yeah,
Yeah.
it was 5 weeks before. Now you added 6 weeks. So more the merrier, better the information. So yeah,
Yeah.
looking forward to taking it up a little more seriously, and I'm really waiting to see what's new in this. I mean, there are few areas that I really like in this and were really easy for me to pick up. Even the organic marketing without doing any kind of payment, I mean, that was so helpful, man. I mean, everyone when they go to something called as Facebook ads, and you also mentioned with the iOS
14
14,
update.
yeah, there are so many things that, I mean, even if you see the normal gurus, everyone's coming up with the Facebook ad iOS 14 trying to sell their course. So, I mean, if you guys have mentioned saying this is not there yet out in the market, and believe me, I was reading your post,
Mm-hmm.
so I'm very sure it's not, definitely not there. You guys have done immense amount of research before you have brought this out for sure.
Absolutely, man. Just out of curiosity, you were saying that you had you've been running startups. So what kind of startups have you been into
So yeah, I
lately?
will tell you. The first one we have ran. I've ran only three, out of which two miserably failed. Now, when I say miserably failed, is because the approach we had to the market at that particular point of time was not right. The idea was great, the execution wasn't.
Hmm.
So that's again a learning curve. Initially, we came up with a startup that was into transportation. We were trying to do something like Ola, but we were trying to do intercity,
Hmm.
like from city A to city B, like from point A to point B. Instead of in the city, we were trying to do intercity.
Hmm.
We picked off pretty well, and of course, we had competitors and market leaders like Ola and Uber. Well, I don't want to keep mentioning names,
Mm-hmm.
but so I mean, we couldn't really sustain because we were
Right.
burning more than we were making.
Right.
People want to have the ticket size that is really affordable.
Mm-hmm.
Just like how in your course we want high ticket sales, but when people are actually buying services like this, they want something that's really affordable.
Right.
So we were not able to match that bar, and so it kind of we had to close it off. The
Right.
second one I was dealing with was something related to fitness.
Hmm.
So we were trying to get all of the fitness centers under one umbrella, and then trying to make a mobile application easy for people to just go anywhere around India and just walk in, pay per month or quarterly, half yearly a subscription to us, and then we give them access to so and so gyms. So we want to do something about from 50 meters of your destination to about 5 kilometers.
Hmm.
So whether you're a traveler, whether you're a busy man working, you don't have time, you can choose your times, you can walk into the gym. We wanted to just, get a QR code and just walk in, do your workout and get out.
Right.
But again, we had competitors coming in. We had big players already doing such things. We had
Hmm.
big players already taking on our customers. And
Right.
we were so new into the market. We had a limited budget where we really couldn't go for a blast out, social media marketing
Hmm.
because that was expensive. Everything we had to put in, at least 70 to 80% of our money had to go into social media.
Hmm.
So, we kind of boggled with it for a year and a half. We really couldn't see. We were getting some user acquisitions, but we were not really happy with it. So, again, the same problem, we were burning more than we were making.
Right. Hmm.
So, that kind of didn't work out. And then the third one that really worked out for me was we did an educational startup. It's called an edtech startup. We had a platform where we brought tutors and students together on one platform.
This is the one that you exited, right?
Yes. So
Okay.
when we got the one tutors and then, see, that is already a proved platform.
Hmm.
The only thing we were doing different is what exactly you're doing right now. We were having live sessions.
Right.
We were not having anything like a pre-recorded session or, you know, after doing a little bit of analysis, we understood that the students had n number of doubts that they had to wait till they got it clear. So
Hmm.
that time frame they were wasting too much of time.
Hmm.
Or they're being confused, or they're trying to, mix up things. They were not having clarity on what they were doing.
Right.
So what we did is we just connected teachers and students on our platform, made our own video platform, and made sure that that went on. The traction went on really well. We picked up really fast, and someone was interested. Again, not naming any company. Someone was interested with buying off our platform, and we took an exit from that.
Awesome, man.
We
That's
were successfully having around close to 400, 350 to 400 teachers and around 2000 to 3000 odd students already running by the 13th or 14th month since we launched.
wow. That's awesome, man. That's
Yeah.
impressive. This was in Bangalore, right?
No, this was in Hyderabad.
In Hyderabad. Okay. Amazing. So you were like, if we had to like recall, you were doing all these startups and you were doing pretty good, right? At least after the third exit, right? Firstly, that's like, your persistency is commendable because, a lot of people, they start one thing and if it doesn't work, they're like, oh shit, entrepreneurship isn't for me. So congrats on doing that.
Thank you.
However, what I want to know is like, despite having these things going on for you, why did you decide to join Uability? Like, what did you want to accomplish from us?
Again, Rohan, it's simple. I have seen the kind of results people who are not even from this kind of background like mine have made tremendous changes and results there. That's really encouraging. If those people are able to do it just with a little bit of consistency, I'm sure I can do a little better job, is what I thought.
Hmm.
And the kind of content you are providing is to the point. Like, this is what it is. If A is A, B is B, that's it. Do not go, and you always say, like, you should be coachable, you should be able to follow what the mentor says. It's true. It actually makes a lot of sense. Yes, after the process is probably successful, you can add, subtract a little things according to your comfort. But I believe the process has to be executed initially, just like the mentor has told us.
Right.
I mean, just like anyone learns how you write ABC, it's supposed to be written from A to Z in a particular way.
Right.
If you want to learn from Z to A, and you're going to be confused. You're never going to learn.
Yeah, absolutely. But you want to be a consultant for startups so that you can help them exit, essentially. Is that what you want to do?
My core is what I believe is in that. I love problem solving. All the startups that I'm dealing with are the startups that are trying to solve a social problem. Now, the social problem can be anything. It doesn't just have to be something to do with tech or anything. It can even be a product. So, such kind of startups, they have a great idea, but they do not know how to execute.
Right.
So, my expertise comes into that. I would like to get into that space, and I would like to help them out.
Right. Got it.
And then, time is to money ratio. We take a little bit of money for our time that we are giving in and our expertise that we are putting in out there. So
Right.
that's major consultancy I want to get into. But again, you made consultancy actually so easy. I mean, I can just consult any area and actually still be successful over time because I believe that if you just follow the rules that you've said, I think you can really be successful in anything.
Awesome, man. Thank you. And what I'm curious to know is, since you were saying that you have gone through like different kind of courses and everything, like of course I'm not going to name, or you don't have to name.
Right.
However, despite going through all that stuff, how come? And one more thing, I remember the call that you had with us. You seem pretty knowledgeable. Like you knew that okay, this is what startups are, this is what MVP is, this is how
Yeah.
things work.
True.
So what I'm really curious to know is that despite having all these different kind of courses or going through all that, and despite you knowing about these things, why did you still decide to like pull the trigger?
Okay, here's the thing. Like you said, Rohan, there'll be many people knowledgeable like me. But we'll always be missing this one factor, how to convert the knowledge into money.
Right.
I think I was missing that. I still think to a little point I will be missing, which I would really want to learn a little more 3.0. But I feel this is the thing I'm missing. So there will be things that you are a little more better than me in probably selling your services.
Hmm.
Probably I might talk, I know this particular amount of knowledge, I know that this is what it is and that's what it is. But
Hmm.
I might not be so good as you guys that I can really sell myself out there.
Right.
So if that is going to be an added value to me, why not? And if
Right.
it's already proved, then you have students that are successfully doing it.
Right. And what I've noticed in all my successful clients and just a successful person in general is that they are pretty open minded. And, the fact that you are also super open minded just like tells me that
Oh,
you're gonna
absolutely.
reach
Absolutely. I
places,
mean,
man.
I think there's always something to learn from everyone, man. Yeah, I mean, you cannot be the only man on earth to know everything. That's impossible.
Absolutely.
Even from a kid, we might learn so many things. Even from a 70-year-old man, we might learn. Even from
Yeah.
a guy with the same age group, we might learn things that we don't know.
Yeah.
So I believe I should be open to that. Like I just told you the example. I might have a knowledge with all of this, but then if I don't have this the way to sell myself, to convert it into money, what's the point of the knowledge?
Yeah, spot on, man, spot on. And what I wanted to know is that when we were on the phone, right? It's not like, I asked you to pay like few hundred rupees or whatever, right? Uh, did you like get nervous or anything? Were you like kind of thinking, man, am I making the right decision or not?
So
And how did you?
here's the thing, Rohan. I mean, thanks for asking that question. Here's the thing. I still remember very well. We spoke for I think about half an hour. I told you the other passions I have apart from the startups I do, and I told you that whatever I'm doing is to run my lovely passions.
Hmm.
So my passions need a little bit of money. So quite a bit of money.
Yeah.
So the effort you've taken to actually take out the time, call and say, hey, listen, this is what we do. Why don't you try this out? But if you want to try this out, this is what you need to spend.
Hmm.
Is what I actually put my money on.
Right.
What is going to be on the content, it doesn't matter. Because so far, with all the people I've done, you know how things are working now. Everyone is selling the course. Everyone, after you click on the course saying, hey, it's for $97, it's for $197, it's for $499, they upsell till you hit the 2000 mark and they're happy with the money.
Hmm.
I mean, let's be honest. I mean, I at least come across 10 courses like this every day.
Yeah.
People are just advertising. You are to the point. Again, I'm coming to the point. You are to the point. Listen, this is what it is. This is what we explain. This is what we help you with. You need to have your own consistency. You need to take your responsibility. This is what. Are you happy with it? If you are, then this is what we charge.
Right.
So there's been clarity from day one. This is what you guys do.
Hmm.
And this is what I felt was lacking in most of the guys who are upselling and doing all that, whatever they do. No comments. I mean, no comments. Everyone has a way to live. I understand, but you know.
Yeah, absolutely, man. Like, getting to the point is definitely helpful. At least that's how I prefer being sold. Now, the final thing that I would like to ask is, let's say, if you can go back in time and there's a younger version of you watching this video probably, or maybe not just like age-wise younger, maybe a less experienced version of you is watching, who's into startups, who's into the tech field, and probably in Hyderabad, right? What advice would you give to them? Any suggestions that you would give to them in general?
Doesn't have to be from your ability. If it is your ability,
In
I
general,
understand.
man. In general.
In general, I think you need to get a mentor, someone like Rohan, because he keeps up. First of all, Rohan is very true to what he does. So that's the first selling point of himself, and whatever he gives in value for money is really countless. Believe me, if you follow what he says, you're gonna make that money in the first month with your first 10 calls, if I'm not wrong. Within your first 10 calls, you'll make that money back, and it's just going to be a plus, 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 plus. It's never going to be a minus. So I think for anybody, what I lacked in my journey was to get a really good mentor.
Hmm.
I never really had a mentor. We were just following just how the market is going and we were trying to figure it out ourselves. And in that journey of figuring it out ourselves, we really wasted a lot of time. So if I do tell someone, if you want to start off, either work with a mentor or work for a mentor, follow what they're doing and just copy paste, man. Life is just getting so much more easier.
Awesome, man. That's great advice. Now, in case anybody wants to get in touch with you for your consultancy or anything, how can they get in touch with you, man? What's the best way?
Well, I can share my email address and
Yeah.
probably, yeah. my WhatsApp number, anything,
Cool.
any kind of consultancy. Yeah, I'm ready. I mean, anything related to startups. I really like to work with things where there's a problem solving. I like to solve problems. That's my, I mean, area of interest. So,
Awesome, man. So what I'll do is I'll take Raghuram's details, and what I'll do is I'll put it in the description or somewhere below,
sure,
and
sure,
you guys can like check it out. You can email him or contact him, and
definitely,
hopefully
please do.
he would be able to help you out. So
Thank
thanks
you
a
so much,
lot,
Rohan.
man.
Thank
Like
you so much for
really,
your time.
really,
Thanks
really
for
appreciate this.
getting me onto the platform. Looking forward for the 3.0. Really excited.
Yeah, man.
I'll
Let's
try
do
to
it.
get the game a little more up and running with that.
Yeah, let's do it.